Greetings and welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast. In this podcast, we'll dive deep into reparenting, exploring all of the tools and resources that you'll need to help you along your journey. This podcast is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading. The second is a discussion of the reading followed by suggested journal prompts. And the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us today. I'm so glad that you're here as we continue on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Before we dive in, a quick reminder. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Your support here helps spread the word and grow this community of self-reparenting. Now for a few updates. First, I'm excited to introduce our Patreon community, where for a small monthly fee, you can join us for 3 weekly reparenting support meetings. Sundays, we have a guided meditation for emotional grounding. On Tuesdays, we have a book club discussion for deeper discussions and growth. And on Thursdays, we have open topic conversations for real-time support on any topics that may come up. You can find all of the details about what's included in this community by going to the Reparenting Daily website and checking out the community tab. In addition, we now have a WhatsApp support group, a global network of fellow travelers available anytime you need encouragement, guidance, or a simple connection. This is just one of the many ways we're building a strong, supportive space for your reparenting journey. The next announcement is that I've just released my first few books. The first is the Reparenting Daily Journal, a structured 365-day guide to help you work through reparenting day by day. Starting in 2025, each month focuses on a key theme with weekly sub-themes. The Reparenting Daily podcast episodes align with the journal, making it an interactive and immersive experience to help you stay focused and ensure real progress this year. Now for the next announcement, I'm thrilled to introduce Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily, a collection of 3 books inspired by Jungian analysis, mythology, philosophy, psychology, and most importantly, the work of Marie-Louise von Franz. These short, simple stories are designed to help you reconnect with your inner child and experience healing through storytelling. What makes these books unique? Well, at the end of each story, there's a deep dive analysis exploring its themes, explored by journal prompts to help you reflect on how these lessons relate to your personal journey. All of these books are now available on Amazon, so go ahead and take a look and support this project. Reparenting is a journey of growth, iterative change, and continuous improvement. Much like nurturing the bonsai tree, it requires patience, care, consistency, and attention. Thanks for being here and supporting this work, and for committing on your journey of self-expansion. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is from The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And today we're reading the 4th agreement, always do your best. Just as a reminder, we're in March, and the theme for this month is building self-trust and self-confidence. We're in week 2, which is in March 8th until the 14th. And the theme for this week is keeping promises to yourself. There's just one more agreement, but it's the one that allows the other 3 to become deeply ingrained habits. The 4th agreement is about action of the first 3. Always do your best. Under any circumstances, always do your best, no more, no less. But keep in mind that your best is never going to be the same from one moment to the next. Everything is alive and changing all the time, so your best will sometimes be high quality and other times it will not be as good. When you wake up refreshed and energized in the morning, your best will be better than when you are tired at night. Your best will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick, or sober as opposed to drunk. Your best depends on whether you are feeling wonderful and happy, or upset, angry, or jealous. If your everyday moods become best, can change from one moment to another, from 1 hour to the next, from one day to another. Your best will also change over time. As you build the habit of the 4 agreements, your best will become better than it used to be. Regardless of the quality, you keep doing your best. No more, no less than your best. If you try too hard to do more than your best, you will spend more energy than is needed, and in the end, your best will be not enough. When you overdo, you deplete your body and go against yourself, and it will take you longer to accomplish your goal. But if you do less than your best, you subject yourself to frustrations, self-judgment, guilt, and regrets. Just do your best in any circumstance in life. It doesn't matter if you're sick or tired. If you always do your best, there is no way you can judge yourself. And if you don't judge yourself, there's no way you are going to suffer from guilt, blame, or self-punishment. By always doing your best, you break the spell that you have been under. There was a man who wanted to transcend his suffering, so he went to a Buddhist temple to find a master to help him. He went to the master and asked, "Master, if I meditate for hours a day, how long will it take me to transcend?" The master looked at him and said, "If you meditate for hours a day, perhaps you will transcend in 10 years. Thinking he could do better, the man then said, "Oh, master, what if I meditated 8 hours a day? How long would it take me to transcend?" The master looked at him and said, "If you meditate 8 hours a day, perhaps you will transcend in 20 years. But why will it take longer if I meditate more?" The master replied, "You are not here to sacrifice your joy or your life. You are here to live, to be happy, and to love. If you can do your best in 2 hours of meditation and spend the 8 hours instead, you will only grow tired, miss the point, and you won't enjoy your life. Do your best, and perhaps you will learn that no matter how long you meditate, you can live, love, and be happy." Thank you, and that's the reading for today. Welcome back, welcome back. This reading highlights the power of consistency and self-compassion in personal growth, a crucial principle in reparenting. Many of us were raised with unrealistic expectations, taught that we had to be perfect to be loved, or that effort only mattered if it led to success. This mindset creates self-judgment, burnout, and the fear of failure, making it difficult to trust ourselves. Reparenting requires us to shift our internal dialogue, reminding ourselves that doing our best without overextending or underperforming is enough. It helps rebuild our sense of self-worth outside of our achievement. The idea that your best changes day to day is also freeing. It encourages self-awareness and gentleness, allowing us to adapt to our emotions and energy levels and circumstances. Instead of punishing ourselves for not being good enough, we learn to respect our limits while still making steady progress. This mindset fosters emotional resilience, reduces shame, and strengthens self-trust, making it easier to take risks, grow, and live with joy instead of pressure. As we move on to the journal prompts today, number 1, think of a time when you judge yourself harshly for not doing enough. How would your perspective shift if you had simply acknowledged that you did your best at that moment? Number 2, what areas of your life do you tend to push yourself too hard? How can you balance ambition with self-compassion? And number 3, how does it feel to accept that your best change depends on your circumstances? What emotions arise when you give yourself permission to adjust? Thank you, and that's the reading for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you most comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time of day you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.